Hello and thanks for watching my video. In this video we're going to talk about integrating Cisco UCS with Microsoft System Center for orchestration. What I'm showing here on my display is System Center 2012 R2 Orchestrator, and I'm showing you the Runbook Designer from Orchestrator. And Cisco provides at no cost runbook integration, which is based on runbooks that are tied to our UCS Power Tool, PowerShell module for UCS and Microsoft. And what I'm showing here are some of the sample runbooks that are provided. Things like adding a service profile from a template, or adding VLANs to the UCS, or backing up your UCS, etc. and etc. What I've done here though is I've actually added my own folder, and I've added a couple runbooks of my own based on my PowerShell Power Tool scripts. So in a previous video I showed the deployment of a bare metal UCS server using PowerShell. In this video what I'm going to be showing is taking the information from the individual PowerShell scripts that I ran, which was the service profile from template, the SAN fabric zoning script, and then the NetApp LUN creation initiator scripts, and I've actually put those together into the form of a runbook. So from the initialized data side, what I'm doing is I'm just going to ask the user to provide the name of the service profile, or the server name, and I'm going to use that to pass that information into each one of my scripts. So my scripts use PowerShell version 3 or version 4. So what I'm doing here is I'm changing to the folder where my script is stored, and I'm calling the PowerShell module to run version 4, since by default Orchestrator only runs PowerShell version 1 or version 2. And then I'm actually calling my script, and for this example what I'm doing is I'm providing all the command line parameters to make this script run non-interactive independently, except for when I get to the point of asking for the service profile. I'm pulling that information from what the user provides. So I'm pulling that from the initialized data, where we looked at the provisioning of the service profile name. So once that has been created, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch over to System Center Service Manager. And you go in and you create a link, not that this will be a full tutorial on the installation configuration of System Center, but you create a link to Orchestrator, and that allows you to then synchronize and have your runbooks from Orchestrator show up in Service Manager. So here we see this UCS bare metal build has been synchronized. So from here I'm able to go ahead and create our runbook template. And if we go look at our templates over here, we see that I created a series of templates, for example, to do the UCS bare metal build. And then I also put in a service offering and a request offering. So I've got a service request built to actually allow me to say, hey, I would like to actually build a bare metal server, and then have it go through the process with the service offering of approving the order, allowing the order to actually go through, whether that's done automatically, which is how I'm doing it, or whether it has to go through a series of reviewers who have to then acknowledge and allow that process to take place. So another part of Service Manager is it has the ability to have a self-service portal, or a website front end for all of that. So I've integrated that all into this environment, and I'm going to go ahead and switch over to showing you the self-service portal. So here's the self-service portal. I was able to customize it with Cisco logo and what I want to call my portal and such. And then here are my offerings that are available. So I've got the create new UCS bare metal server, and then I also have one that allows me to decommission the server afterwards. And again, based on what we saw in the Orchestrator runbook, this is going to create a new server from a template, do the SAN zoning, build the LUN, do the initiator group, allowing the server to boot, in this case with a sysprepped version of Windows Server 2012 R2. And in this event now, I just simply select the service offering. It pulls up the page, tells me a little bit about it, and then I say, yes, I actually want to go ahead and build a bare metal server. I go to the request form. From here, I simply provide the name of the server. So I can call this, for example, server test 2, and go ahead and select next. It's the only thing I needed to provide. I hit submit, and now that job is off and running. So the request has been submitted. It's service request 488. If we go look at the service request, which is under the my requests, we'll see right off the bat that here's what's going to happen. It's going to go through a review activity to actually see if I'm allowed to create this new server, and then finally it's going to run the run book, which is going to go ahead and create the new bare metal server. Okay, as we can see now, the run book has completed, and with that we should be able to switch over and check the status of everything in the devices that were to be worked on. So I'll go over here to UCS Manager, and there is our test number 2 service profile template has been created. We can see here what its WWPNs are supposed to be, the 01AA02. With that, we can jump over to the fabrics, and let's do a show device database. And there is our test 2 with the proper WWPN. Let's check our other fabric, show device database. And there it has been added in here. If I were to do my show zone set active, we'll scroll down here and we should see there is our test 2 is completed. And then from here, let's go ahead and go to the NetApp, and we'll hit the refresh button here, and let's see what's happened. Yes, we have our test 2 initiator group has been created. We'll jump over to our individual LUNs, hit our refresh button, and there's our test2_C boot image has been created. So as we can see here, it has finished the process of building my server, and that just took a few minutes with full System Center orchestration and Service Manager integration. So thanks for watching my video, and check back soon for more.